Ladies and gentlemen, it's the penultimate game of the first round of the Paddy Power World Grand Prix Darts Championships here at the City West. Please welcome from County Armagh, Roy Montgomery, and former World Darts Champion, Keith Della.
It's Keith Della, former world champion, against the qualifier Roy Montgomery, last year's Northern Irish champion. He's a tough opponent. He knows how to play this game. Can he cause the biggest upset of the night so far and beat Keith Della? Let's find out. Taking you through it, John Gwynn and Dave Lanning.
The experience of Keith Della should see him through here. Here's Della 20 years ago. He caused one of the great upsets in darting history, winning the Embassy World Championship against Eric Bristow. He's stayed pretty well in the top echelon since then, but now he has an ambitious qualifier, a local lad from Ireland, and this, if we're going to see any giant killing, it's got to have to come here, right?
Yeah, good player, Monty. And would have played in the UK Open at Bolton. We'd have seen him on television there, but he had a bad back. He's well and truly over that, he says, and is really looking forward to this. Came through a tough qualifier to get here to Dublin. He's from Moira in County Armagh in the north, and looking mean in the practice room, Dave, and very relaxed indeed, and I think that's how you have to be. Yes, there could be a shock here. You still have to say Della should get through. His experience should take him through, but we've said so many times already, this is a strange old format and anything can happen. Certainly the crowd will be, for no other reason than that he's from the Emerald Isle, behind Monty.
We have seen the Irish qualifiers here. They've performed courageously, and they've had their moments, but they've just faltered when the pressure was really on. And it's Della with the first dart, same format, best of 3 sets, 5 legs to a set. Della with the first darts, 16-gram target darts. Watch for the chalk on the barrels. He'll spread it all around, needing the double to start.
No score.
Looks as though 16 of the two there we've got mentioned, 16s and 20s, going to be his choice anyway for the time being. And Della not having got away, it would be handy if he could.
No score.
Keith Della has indicated that he prefers to go over to the left-hand side of the ball, but I think he's now thinking of going for 20s.
42.
Had a look at double top, switched over to the left-hand side, and his opponent is off and running too.
72.
250 to 1 Montgomery. Della's 125 to 1 to win this
95.
But Della 2 to 1 on to win this match, and that might tempt some.
Well, Della was 66 to 1 to win the World Championship when he succeeded 20 years ago, but these are much more testing days. But he starts, can tell an eloquent tell. Bit worried about this boy's balance, John. He's getting the darts on target. He just seems to overpitch a little.
Yes, well, he did have that back problem, didn't he? And although it's cleared, maybe the residue of that perhaps is just affecting him slightly. I think not. I think probably He's a big lad. But that's not a big score.
Keith, you require 164.
Keep him straight. Got to go down the line, down the middle. Stay in that 20 sector if you can.
94.
Or, alternatively, try a cover shot as Della did then, very successfully indeed.
So Keith Derham
requires 70.
looking at 70 for the first leg. Now 32 remaining, double 16. You'll be happy with that. Gloss finishing from the Della fella. Here's how.
Roy to Rofus. Game on.
Determined start from the Irishman.
72.
Now where will Keith go for his opening double?
He's doing what he did before here. He's trying the first one at tops and then coming across. There may be method in his madness if he actually prefers the 14 and 11, and he has in the past. He may have decided that he'll try the first dart at tops. If it goes in, then 41. He knows at least that the 9-darter is possible with
that's
that.
That's the point I was going to make, John. Phil Taylor was just saying everybody's got that 100,000 euros on their mind, and you really have got to start on 28. Double top to make it or the bull indeed, but nobody would try that shortly. Just wonder if Keith's a super player and a nice lad. I wonder if the 9-dart is within his locker. I just don't think so. Although I would say another man coming on here, Peter Everson, in the last match tonight, although he hasn't really done very much spectacularly in the way of championship wins for a few years. He has the capability of doing a 9-dart, and we've seen him go 1 dart.
Well, he came very close, didn't he?
45.
Not that long ago, the World Championships. And the man he's playing, Dennis Priestley, I remember, had a dart at double 18. 180 from Della. First in the match. And that really does give Keith Della an advantage in this leg against the throw.
Looking relaxed, Della. Looking confident.
But the man Peter Everson's taking on, Dennis Priestley, I remember, had a dart at double 18 at Blackpool a few years ago. I think it was 99 for a 9-darter. Of course, the only way that you can finish here, unless you start on the bull, is by finishing on the bull, Dave. So that does make it, for my money anyway, a touch more difficult.
Although, of course, 161 is a well-known escape route.
60.
3 open targets. The players we've seen 161 done so many times. A good old crowd pleaser. This would please Keith Della.
Oh. And shot in the second leg.
100% checkout success rate, averaging nearly 80. This is vintage Della.
Throw first. Game on.
Yes, that's again a good dart right in the middle. So too that one, and who knows?
120.
He'll be happy with that. Well, it's going to be tough for Montgomery. He's the last Irishman attempting to get into round 2. Matty Murtagh went out to Paul Williams last night, of course. We've had John McGowan fall to Wayne Mardle also last night. And tonight we've seen Mark Walsh take care of Martin Murphy. And Keith Della at the moment, despite that excellent throw from Montgomery a moment ago,
21.
in pole position here, but maybe this leg could go to the Irishman, and that will lift not only him but all his support.
Lots of room in the treble. Still a lot of the target is open.
Yes, it is indeed open. So a second 180 in this match. What a piece. And Monty on the charge.
140. Roy require 150.
Fine leg of darts, this one.
Great dart. May go the same. May go 18s. Well, unlucky, but a lot of players would have gone treble 20, double 15 simply by having hit it once. They'd have fancied the chances of hitting it again. Anyway, 63 scored, 87 left. Treble 17's a nice little
66.
Well, now
Keith
Derek
require
on
160.
160. If he could pick this one off, it really would set the place jumping.
100.
Well, one of the highlights tonight, maybe the highlight, was Alan Moreno winning his match with a 170 finish. And now this one, double 12 for the leg. Well, he'd have fancied that third dart if he was playing in the pub, but
Keith requires 60.
Ronnie Della has been immaculate with his finishing. Double top. Oh, that's 100% record continues for Della, and his finishing is carrying forward with great conviction.
welcome back to Dublin. Paddy Power, the World Grand Prix 2003. And if Montgomery goes here, there'll be no more Paddy Power in this tournament. He's the last hope for the Irish. He's a set down. And somehow, like a desert rat, Monty has to find a way back from a position of weakness and work his way to a position of strength. Got to win the next two sets. Drive Della back. Firstly with doubles.
No score.
But no sign of that there.
Yes, Della has not allowed Monty to go tanking along here.
No score. No score.
Della has a chance now to establish the throw, the darts. Don't know where he's gone.
Well, he's certainly prepared to use the board, isn't he? Anyway, he's got 27 to get him underway. So got to get a double here. Otherwise, Della can really make a hole. And at least he's underway now, Montgomery.
36.
Not the greatest of starts to this set by either of them, but at least every dart in the board now scores. And how? And how?
Yes, apart from a little bit of a falter on his starting, this is as good as I've seen Keith Della play
66.
for many a moon. Those little target darts of his, 16 grams.
60.
Some of the smallest in length and the big time. Look like a pygmy's chopstick. But he makes them sing sometimes.
Yes, with those chopsticks 95. He could look a noodle at times, but not tonight, Dave.
And he's used to getting 1 ton.
97.
As you mentioned with Della playing, that there'd be chalk marks around the treble 20 and in that 20 section of
100.
the board. over a period of a long game, it really is very pronounced.
99.
In control of this leg, Della. Montgomery needs a ton 40 to really put this under pressure. Really has to get the treble here.
60.
78.
Keith requires 78.
For Della.
He doesn't look capable, Montgomery. Taking out 144 the way it's going at the moment. So, and he's not going to get the chance anyway, because Della, again, finishes absolutely perfectly. Took him ages to start, Dave, but my, it's not taking him long to finish, is it? He's had 4 shots at a double at the end of the game, and he's been successful each time.
Looking mean.
79.
Well, the winner of this game takes on Alan Warriner in the second round. Warriner, one of 7 seeds through to the second round. Only 1 seed has fallen. That was Ronnie Baxter in a cracking game last night against Kevin Painter.
21.
Ronnie was seeded 7. But all the other 7 seeds are through. The last one, of course, Phil Taylor, the number 1 seed.
99.
Steve Beaton.
Yes, I recollect that Keith Della came from behind to beat Alan Warriner at the World Match Play a couple of years ago at Blackpool. So clearly he will fancy his chances, assuming he overcomes this courageous challenge from Roy Montgomery.
Some games tomorrow. Dennis Smith against Jamie Harvey. That's got quality about it. No doubt about it. Painter and Jenkins, who met not so long ago, I seem to remember.
But Part and Mardle, oof, remember their clash in Blackpool. It was one of the great television encounters.
It was indeed. And the last game, of course, Peter Manley, Paul Williams. Got 4 really good second round games for you tomorrow night here at City West in Saggart, County Dublin, on the Emerald Isle.
96.
Well, yes, Emerald Isle is true, John. We've had 2 lovely days of weather, but earlier this afternoon we had a hailstorm, and it was the Snow White Isle. It looked as though we'd had a fall of snow. Quite remarkable.
80.
167. What happened here? Oh, well, not only did he deflect it, he almost took the standing dart.
60.
Now that first dart from Montgomery really has covered most of the treble. Now really he would be better advised to have a look at a more open target. Doesn't though, you
60.
see. Well, he's
Keith
the man who's started
107.
107 for Dalla, 57. No.
He wants double 16 here. He's hit the single
82.
7. The first dart was in treble 20 to leave 47.
First one he's missed.
Yes, you're right. And he missed it by a mile, didn't he?
41. Keith required 25.
Double 8 then for 2-0 in this second set.
17.
Chance then for Montgomery, but a long shot,
Roy required
154.
154.
Not been scoring heavily enough to get himself down to a decent outshot, and Della will be back then. 63, 91 left. Treble 17's the shot to leave tops. Maybe academic. Good dart though.
114.
It will make Della think. He's had 3 darts in a double. It's the first time he's missed. Now he wants double 4. Just might be getting a little maggot of doubt in his mind.
4 score.
Well, Montgomery's got to get this. If he can get this, it'll be the first leg he's won in 5. It'll be against the throw, and he's done it. Now then, it's 1 leg all in the second set. And Montgomery has the throw now in 2 of the 3 remaining legs. Got to take advantage of it. Well, a bit of a smile across his face. and with good reason. He's broken his duck.
No score.
Keith Deller was sailing along majestically like a galleon heading for port, and suddenly he's hit a rock.
No score.
Come on.
Well, I said a few minutes ago, got to keep him down that central track, down in the 60 sector, and that's exactly what Deller's done there to put himself 28 ahead. So this is an important throw for Montgomery. Still has an advantage if he gets a big score. Needs another treble. Unlucky.
83.
Unlucky. Lovely grouping, lovely throwing this.
100.
Neat, tidy ton.
Deller doesn't seem to have been shaken out of his rhythm by that unexpected setback. The first time he's missed a double. 6 darts and a double for 2 up. He's got to just recover his momentum.
45.
Chance here.
Yes, every player goes into a game knowing that at some stage he's going to miss doubles. You just cannot hit every double every time.
45.
And if you're getting a sort of 80%, 70%, 60% strike rate, you are doing exceptionally well. And I mean, do you remember that game at Blackpool, I think it was, the year before, well, back in 2002, when Cliff Lazarenko,
35.
after 11 legs, had a 90% strike rate on the doubles, Dave. It was remarkable, but even that had to come to an end.
100.
Well, you see how cruel it is that until the last leg, Deller was averaging what? He had a 100% check rate. Now it's down at 40.
85. 55.
Well, that does give Montgomery an opportunity.
Needs a score. Needs
Yes.
big ton 40.
It's a good first start. He may come down. No, he's staying up there. Wow, that's excellent, and it now means that Deller
121.
needs this 1-2-1. Good first start, 11 for Bull. Oh, that's a lazy dart. That is a lazy dart, no question about it. And he could pay the penalty here. Be interested to see which way he goes. 61. There's a danger if he goes for the Bull of hitting the 50. In fact, he's hit the 9, so he wants 52. Now a dart for double 16 to take the lead in this second set. And that
36.
again was perhaps not so much lazy as clumsy.
40. Game shot in the third leg.
Once again, the finishing touch is true for Deller. Here it goes in.
Fourth leg. Keith to throw first.
And Deller here
Game on.
now throwing for the match. Throwing first.
42.
And imperative for Montgomery that he starts with these 3 darts.
Yes, missing the 25 with his last visit was to his disadvantage. It meant that he had 2 darts left for 52, which meant only 1 dart at the double. Failed. Deller stepped in.
41.
And all the hard work from the leg before wasted. Montgomery's got to do it all again here. Hope that Deller misses his final double, and hope to stay in the tie.
72.
But it isn't going to be easy because Della looks pretty mean.
So Della opening up what ought to be a winning advantage in the scores.
45.
That's what he doesn't need to do. Just occasionally Keith just seems to get casual.
Well, all credit to the lad. He found the treble there over the top of that other dart. I don't think he was ever going to hit it again from without moving across the hockey. But if Della doesn't hit a treble here, and he has done, I was going to say there's an opening for Montgomery. Still not out of it. Needs a ton 40 perhaps here.
We know Keith's wife Kim will probably be watching back there at home in Suffolk there. Kim hasn't been too well lately.
60.
So this might well
Keith to require 133.
If Oldman can deliver the goods here.
Treble 19 leaves
59.
would have left double 18, so Della will be back.
The way he's been finishing, got to believe that he's within sight and
55.
touching distance.
Well, he likes that 14s area, doesn't he? He goes for double 14. He's now going for the treble. Bingo, double 16.
58.
Well, Della wanted 133 a moment ago. Now Montgomery's turn to go for it. Treble 20 leaves 73. Now he's going his own way. That's 114 left. 57 would have left 76. 79 scored. 54 left, Mr. Montgomery.
93.
And so Keith Della, who's finishing, has been a feature of this first round match now, looking at 2-8s to make progress.
Eight score.
Well. Maybe we'll be looking back at those missed darts in 10-15 minutes time. Should Montgomery take this and the next leg? He's still alive. And every leg in this particular set has gone against throw. But if this one doesn't, then it'll be one set all.
Every time it looks as though Roy Montgomery is facing defeat, he just digs deep, pulls out, and a bit of extra easy with a chance now.
$72.
Della knows he should be home and hosed now. Six darts of the double in the second leg. 5 darts of the double in the last leg. The set should have been sewn up. Credit Montgomery. He's kept chipping
36.
away.
He did a low score there, like a hole in the head, though.
123.
Especially as Della there finds a 3-figure score to those 75 points ahead. Well, this is rectifying matters.
121.
Pity. In the balance, this particular leg.
60.
Advantage, Montgomery. Especially if he gets another one of these.
140.
Really banging in the big scores. Just when they're required, and Della, who looked again to be in a position to command the leg, is now chasing.
78. Roy, you require 132.
Well, he may go the bull route, he may not, because Della's way back on 180, so there's no pressure on him to have to go the bull route. And treble 20 now will, well, that's a loose start. He knows it. Can't afford to throw darts like that at this stage in any competition.
100.
Let alone when it's one where you're in the final leg of the match if you lose it.
Della just stretching a little with his throwing action, but it's going to be a close call. 91 from Montgomery.
Well, he's gone down. He's found, I think, the treble 3. He really should have gone the bull route, to be honest. But 82 left. I think he's going for the bull, where I always think with 2 darts in your hand, 82 is treble 14 double top.
51.
But I think his first start was the one that was the wrong
80
one.
for Della.
Yes, double 10
double
for the
10.
match. Well, I think that was that ricocheted into the single 10 when it might have gone into the double. Now then, for one set all, and real pressure on Della. Montgomery wants tops. No.
Which way will Della elect to go? He wants
10.
double 5. I think he's going to go for it. He is, and finds it. And Della, with just a little bit of a wobble from time to time, goes through. Montgomery, again, a gallant Irish qualifier, just didn't have enough in his locker. Della it is, who goes on.
Keith Della will take on Alan, the Iceman Warriner. Left sub out has a long drink. He made probably harder work than he needed to of that. Next up, though, it's time to meet the menace. Dennis the Menace Priestley, twice world champion, is next.